We have made our way into Germany, across seas to come and see what the hobby is like. Who am I here with?
Ivan and Kiki.
Also known as the B Brothers, at one of the, if not the greatest shops, card shops in Europe. We're here to take you on a tour, show you what the hobby culture is like over here. You guys ready?
We're ready. Definitely. Hey, it's an honor to have you here. Let's go.
Let's do it. The B Brothers are a famous pair here, and they get a lot of love, as we are fortunate to do on our side of the seas, but they got people coming in here having them sign stuff and everything, so we're actually going to show you that right now.
It's the special Pikachu edition of the Game Boy, and he has this one since back then, right? Yeah. Since like the 90s or something. Yeah. And he's
so cool.
And he asked us to sign it.
That's amazing.
So we will go for it, right? Yes.
So is this traditionally what happens? The whole team here at B Brothers comes in?
Mostly people come in and they want us stuff to sign.
Yeah.
So today, you've seen the what was a scarf?
Scarf.
This is the thing we were.
The scarves, yeah.
Scarves. Today we signed like 6 scarves for people.
You got to sign mine too.
Hey, people are buying it and they wanted to get signed,
Amazing.
Did you guys get your Panini card?
So I need more. I don't have the one with you on it. I need the one with you on it. Introduce yourself. You weren't in the intro.
And I'm the handsome guy in the middle of the Panini card.
Yes, the one that separates the other two.
Kiki and Ivan.
So cool. Because you guys gave me a couple of these signed Panini cards in Burbank. I still have them.
Show. Yes.
I don't have the triple auto. I need the triple.
This is the new one.
This was the 2nd edition. This is the 3rd edition. And as a matter of fact, Panini is like helping out every year with some own trading cards officially by Panini. You can give them up to PSA and Beckett to get them signed or graded.
And these are licensed, officially licensed.
Officially, and we even gave Panini, PSA and Beckett our signatures. So it's all
so
in
cool.
the register.
I have to show you something.
Come on.
So we have here the first full set made by Panini for us in the year 22, and it was like the versions: the blue version, purple version, red version. And we got a base card and an auto card. The blue card never came out. We only have it here, and people are searching for this card because it was
never released officially.
It was never officially released.
Wow.
You have to have good connections, like working at this spot. I think even you don't have a blue one, huh?
No. Nobody.
Well, there it is.
It's the only copy here hanging, so people, I hope nobody sees it and will
I'll wait till they're not paying attention. I'm taking it back to the States.
Nobody knows. So I'm collecting cards since '97. I'm doing art since 2007, and now I got my own painted trading card, officially released by Topps.
I mean, the artwork's amazing.
Thank you.
And we were talking about this the other day. The people watching this episode here might not know it, but we were talking about the squiggles.
The squiggles.
And the love of the squiggles, but all the
only
design.
Love for squiggles, man.
Is there a specific meaning, or is that a signature, or what is the design in that?
So what do you call this?
What do I call it?
Yeah. What do you call
it? I don't know if it's a mini initial or signature for you, or if it's a star, or if it's a squiggle.
A squiggle.
A squiggle.
I just love fucking squiggles. Only love.
This man knows how to squiggle, let me tell you.
This whole store, we didn't have a concept. This shows our lives,
Yeah.
And I can tell you to each piece one story. So to show you where we come from, I have to show you something cool. A Beckett, which came out in November 2000. And we were 15 years old back then. And we pulled some nice cards from Upper Deck, and I wrote a letter to Beckett, and they dropped me in they put me in the magazine. Ivan Beslic, 15 years lang for Germany. My English was better back then than now. 3 months ago, I bought 2 packs of Upper Deck 99, and I got a game jersey card of Grant Hill and a rookie card bronze of Steve Francis, number 200. It made my day because they were the best packs that I bought. Yeah. The thing is, back then, jersey cards was really like on a different level.
And you were 15 there.
15, and 6 years later, in the years 06, 07, Kiki and me, for the first time ever, 2 brothers and I think people from Europe, became super collectors of the month. This is me and Kiki in our room of
Wait,
our...
did Kobe sign that?
Kobe signed it. I've met him 4 years later. And
Wow.
He signed it. I've met him in Germany. It's a long story. I've been it's complicated, but they put me in as an apprentice in a very secret place. Nobody knew the truth. Only some bigger guys knew that I'm a big Kobe fan, and to be there was like a secret. Nobody should know it.
Wow.
But Kobe
And-
signed it actually.
You have a picture here. On this picture you see our room as kids. It looks same like the store. So you got the Wings poster there. You got the thing from Coco Bryant jersey there hanging. Our life was always like this.
So that's that MJ that's sitting right at the
Yeah.
top of the shop
Yeah.
is an MJ that came from the beginnings of your collecting.
Back then it was more of a hobby that you are looking for cards of your player to get them full collection. My favorite player was Anton Walker. My Anton Walker collection is better than his Kobe Bryant collection, and he got a sick Kobe Bryant collection. But at the other end,
One of them's a little more expensive to put together.
This is a thing at the other end. Back then it was hard to get both players, but now nobody cares about Anton Walker. But I know when people see my collection, they appreciate my collection, and it's not about money; it's about hard cards to find, you know.
Of course.
And this was what are we about, and this is what we want to show in this store, because some people on some things on the walls are not expensive, but they mean something to us.
You come in here and it feels like a meetup. It feels like the boys all coming to hang out, and that's the best part of the vibe of the shop. So
is, yeah.
I love that, because so much of this has become, as every business has become, e-commerce and doing things online. That's just the world we live in, and that's fine. But being able to come here, and this is where it takes place, hand to hand, shake hands, look each other in the eye, have a few laughs, and just enjoy it and tell the stories of your collection and how it started just like this. It's really a breath of fresh air, I have to say, especially in the States. We have an incredible hobby everywhere, and in the States, of course, but there's something about the culture and the vibe here, and it relates so much to your shop, that is very pure and very refreshing. Well, I'll ask you one more question before we take a little tour really through here. The stories are amazing. What do you think started the dream of having a shop?
We are really freaks since '97, because back then every pocket money that I had, I spent everything on cards, and we did not know about shops and stuff. Like since we were like 2 years in the hobby, but it was like on the school with our friends. In the break, we traded cards. We did not have sleeves. We did not have top loaders. We had it in our pockets.
Yeah.
So we did not care about condition. We did not knew about this.
I mean, we never talked about opening a store. It was never we never made money off this hobby. We made moves of cards to trade stuff, but we were never sellers. So when COVID came, I had a bar, my brother had a hotel, we had to close. And we had like a lot of time, and there was no money, income, and we talked about, why don't we do something, our own project, like something with art, something with cards. Let's do something that we would like to have when we were kids, because a place where you can go in this hobby, you know. And it just the business thing idea came in COVID, and we are really bad businessmen, because half of these things of this world you cannot buy. I want you to see it, but you cannot have it.
I believe you, based on the conversations we've had, but that is such an amazing thing that you guys basically went and built what you wish you had the opportunity to have as a kid. You built it your own.
And what's crazy, really, we opened in the middle of COVID. You have to wear a mask, and we have to have people on the door who are checking who's coming inside. 500 people opening day.
Amazing.
Standing and laying to the street, loaded. We still don't know where these people came from. When we have like normal trade nights, there are like 400 people, 500 people coming on these days, and it's just good, so good to see that people are checking what we are doing. So everything what you see is part of our lives, and we want to show where we came from. And we are super lucky that people appreciate this, you know.
It is as pure of a hobby story as I think there is, which is amazing. So before we even get into it, congratulations on all of it, and I'm happy we're friends and to be here and have all of this. But what you said about not looking to make money, I think, and I've said it plenty of times over the course of me doing all of this, that my journey started because I was just trying to figure out how to make money so that I can fund and pay for my collection. That's how it started.
Yeah.
It was genuinely just to have more cards that I wanted and the ability to buy them. I was getting ready to go have a regular job, this and that, and I started side hustling, just using the hobby. So as you spoke to, it wasn't the intent to just make money. The money was supposed to then go and buy more cards, but it kept working, and then I realized I can get this opportunity to do both. But the important thing, with a love behind it for the game. We got a lot to get into in here and want to make sure we get around to all of it. So I think we should just dig into it, and we take a nice lap through here. There's so much to look at. We've been here a couple of days and I still have not seen close to everything. So we'll try to do as much as we can right now.
Let's go for it.
Let's do it.
So what we have in the store is a combination of our culture. As you see, they are writing down, preserving the culture. This is our motto. So what we want to show is every part of this culture. Movie, music, sports and stuff. So we are trying to be not just a card store, like a cultural thing. So we had an opportunity to buy some cool stuff out of movies, which you all know, like the original
Pink Power Rangers helmet from
Power
the
Rangers movie.
Mighty Morphin from
And this,
95.
the Pink Rangers helmet, Kimberly. Kimberly, she was the hardest on the movie, and we have her helmet here.
And actually, this is the first what you see when you come inside. You see a original movie, like used helmet from a very famous movie, and it goes on. As you see, the lion helmet. This was. Can you read it or can you see it?
Yeah.
What it is?
Oh, absolutely. The Rock. The Rock had that on.
Johnson. And he was in a Hollywood movie in 2014 called Hercules, and we got the full body part, underwear, everything. We have everything of him. Even his leather shoes, his like lion helmet thing, and even though his weapon. Okay.
This is officially Hollywood movie prop.
And
That
right
thing
now-
is not easy to carry around.
It looks like, but it's not how it looks like. It's not heavy. It's like.
Oh yeah, I could take care of somebody with this.
I mean, it looks dangerous, but if you touch it, it's not that kind
Wait,
of.
we need a
dangerous.
picture here. I'm gonna go in the middle.
Go in the middle.
Going in the middle. We'll be like the, murderer's row here.
In the case, if you think this is a wheel like lion thing, it's not. It's all like gum material. So it's not real. So do not hate the game, hate the players, but it's not like a real lion.
Got it. No animals were harmed in the making of this
So I just
production.
wanted to point it out. You see Lion, you see Pink Power Rangers, and one of my most favorite series back then. Look at this one. This is, you know, Married with Children, right? Al Bundy?
Nope. I'm. Oh, I thought you asked if I was married with children.
Married with Children.
I've heard of Married with Children. Yes,
Yeah.
Al Bundy.
This is one of my favorite series ever, and actually from this series we have his remote control.
Very cool.
Remote control. We have his watch and we have his wallet.
You were mentioning the stuff on our walls.
I was very interested in all the different pieces that made their way up there.
This is a nice inscription. I don't want to say it on your channel, but
Yeah,
it's written by Gary Payton.
There's nothing wrong with a little French in Germany, you know?
And this poster was hanging above Kiki's bedroom. So we framed it. It's totally ripped on the corners, but it deserves to be put in the frame because it's part of our.
So this was the one that was in his room.
In his room, yeah.
Growing up. How many years ago was that?
It was
This
97,
this was
98.
97.
I think that's the coolest thing, that you guys held on to so much that were truly the pieces, not replicas or not something that reminds you of it. These were literally the ones that were hanging in your childhood bedroom.
It all, yes.
And the thing is, it has to be the OG, no copy, no, because I'm a big fan of these old stuff, and I'm a big fan of. It has to be the original piece. Like for example, this is an original piece of sneaker, which used to be a basketball sneaker for a real NBA player, and it's signed by the whole team of the Seattle Supersonics 93-94 season. So we have this, instead of putting it away, I put it in a case. I want people to see it because it's a real beauty of destruction. I don't know how to call it. It's a piece of art. And it's signed by the German guy Detlef Schrempf. He played in the 90s in the NBA.
Very cool.
I'm a really big Kobe Bryant fan. It's not just a collector, I'm a real fan. And I tried to get every moment of Kobe in real life. I've been at the 60-point game. It's the very last one. I've been at the jersey retirement when both numbers were hung up, and I've been actually at the celebration of life, like his funeral, his official. And I've been there. This was the beginning of COVID, but I still flew over. And the Lakers even posted me. Did you saw this one? I'm a huge collector, but I'm more a Kobe fan. And actually, the Lakers saw me and posted me on this date. So this was a big honor for me as a Kobe fan on this day that the Lakers even recognized me.
Yeah.
And from this day, I was walking through LA every day. Yo, Germany, Germany. And I say, yo, Germany.
This is me offering Kobe Bryant a piece of pizza at his last game in Boston.
Yeah.
This is Kiki sitting next to me. So we were at his last game in Boston. We wanted to see him live. We paid a lot of money for these front row seats. And I was getting just this huge piece of pizza, you know?
Yep.
And I was finding out how to eat it, you know? And at this second, Kobe had a ball at the
sideline.
At the sideline. I was like this, you know? Yo, Kobe, you want some pizza? What I didn't recognize, this pizza was like dripping, the fat was dripping on my pants, you know? I looked really messy and dirty, you know? And he looked like me, like really, he looked at me like you with the eye of disrespect, you dirty German guy, what's wrong with you? Disgusted, he was disgusted by me. And from my heart, it was like a heart full of moment, because he looked at me for 1 second, and he had an emotion, you know?
He hated me.
He hated me. Because
Hey, it still counts as an emotion.
I was like, yo, Kobe, you want some pizza? And he looked at me for a second.
Kiki's first ever pulled Kobe card. So that's the one.
This is the one.
And it's a PSA one to match. So
And actually, this PSA 1 is a top 1. This is what counts, man. And this is actually the real deal. This is the original piece, one of the most important cards we all have, or we have in our collection. And this is really the one that started it all for us.
so amazing. I wish I had the first card.
Yeah.
You know, these things that you guys have managed to hold on to and keep through everything. I wish I knew or had the first one, but that is so special.
My biggest collecting items are McDonald's and NBA
Yep.
merch. Come, I will show something.
We were talking about that. So
Unfortunately, in Germany, we never had this kind of stuff, because these are the Happy Meal bags from movies like Space Jam. Then you got the Grant Hill, Michael Jordan, and Penny Hardaway's thing, and the Fries packages. I mean, they are nothing worse on the market, but I try to collect all this stuff and put them. And when I put it on the frame, it's like a piece of art for me.
Yep.
And now, when I do my art, I try to combine my art with this. If you go around this corner, I will show you something. These were enemies in the game Super Mario World in a Super Nintendo game. So on one level you have to face these guys. I don't know why, because it was like a mountain level and somewhere where these dudes, this makes no sense. So what you see are 3 painted McDonald's bags. In these bags there was my food. So I used to drive a lot to McDrive and get some food inside. So I painted something which is part of my life, like a game of Super Nintendo. I framed it, and inside of each bag is my invoice of my food back then. So if you open it,
So you really have a collecting problem. Is what we're going over.
I have a McDonald's. I have a fast food and collecting problem. This brown paper bag of McDonald's is trash.
Yep.
But everybody in our generation knows about the look of this bag.
Yep.
If you put it now in a frame for the next 50 years, when you're a 90-year-old guy, and you see this bag from your childhood, yo, there was my big bag was inside of this bag, you know. I think it's part of preserving our culture, because we are preserving it now for the future, and you're paying basically for my food. You know? If you buy this artwork, you're paying for my food.
That's right. So the whole plan all along was just to cover the McDonald's order.
It's to cover my fast food life, but this is what is important for me to making art. I try to make it like to bring my own thing to this artwork, you know.
So we are really trying our best to get everybody involved. And you see this name, we are also we like tennis, and you see like some big names, Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic and stuff. But this is special. Beyonce's tennis ball. This was inserted in a 2008 product in tennis, where in every box was a signed tennis ball. This is the only copy of Beyonce's signature in a trading card product, and it's in our hands and on display right here.
So there was essentially a one-of-one almost Beyonce signed tennis ball in a true tennis product.
Right.
For cards.
And it came out in 2008, and it's right here on display for everybody to see.
Now the question is, what does she has in common with tennis? Nobody knows, but it's displayed here in Germany.
So this is like maybe the heart of the room, because this is where we are putting a lot of our own like jerseys and stuff that we really like on display.
So
These are great. This looks like a man cave just in the middle of the card shop.
you know, this one I was looking so hard to get it. This original newspaper cover of "I'm Back" Michael Jordan from the Pacers game when he decided to come back. You know, really hard to find. If somebody has it, text us.
I have a ticket.
Yeah, I spoke to you about your ticket. So you have an original game ticket from his debut
Yes.
after the baseball thing.
That's right.
Crazy, man.
When he came back, the I'm Back game, I have a ticket stub. Yeah.
I think this belongs in our store. We have to talk about it maybe.
We'll see. We'll see. We got a lot of game left here.
And what's new to the store is a signed Tony Hawk skateboard, because it's also part of our culture. So I don't know, Kiki, if you have told the story about this Michael Jordan jersey.
No, tell it.
The year 2000, it was a big card convention in Germany, and we were 15 years old, and we went to the show with our dad. And this is the first time ever we saw a Michael Jordan autographs on anything like that, because back then there was no high-end Michael Jordan stuff here. The same seller, he had a signed Lakers ball from the '98 Lakers, Van Exel, Eddie Jones, Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, all signed on one ball. And he had a Kobe Bryant rookie jersey signed. And we looked at it and we were super hyped to see it, and our dad drove us home. Then he drove back by himself alone, bought everything, because he saw how happy he was. And 6 months later, our parents were gifting us this stuff for Christmas and birthday together. And now it's like the main piece of our wall here. This is something that we would never sell. And the cool thing is, this is Upper Deck Michael Jordan signed in '97 when he was playing for the Bulls. When we created this store, do you know these old comic shops, the old dusty, dark comic shops, or some kind of trade stores in the US where we have been? It's dark and dusty. We wanted to create a place which is like a gallery place. So if you buy a box here, you are invited to open it here. We are giving you free sleeves, free top loaders. If you pull a big hit, if you pull a bigger hit, you get magnetic. You know, you can get it here graded in our store. We have now a deal with PSA and Beckett.
Amazing.
So we are here to help you. And if you are new to the hobby, if you open a box, we will join you to open a box, and we can tell you something about your pulls. And this is our thing. We are not these guys who are trying to sell you something. We are trying to give you tips or to talk if you have a question. You know.
Sure.
This is more our job.
And if you do want your cards graded by PSA, we have a great way for you to do it. Use code KING25 for $25 off with PSA when you sign up. Get a great opportunity to get in and try out PSA to grade your cards.
Don't forget King25. And which is like one of the most important things for us Germans. Like in 2023, Germans were World Cup champions of basketball.
Ivan, world champion of what?
World champions of the world, you know, Germany. And Franz Wagner was the finals player of the game. And what we have here is his finals player of the game, TCL trophy, which he received for the finals game performance.
Like his MVP trophy.
So that's it. That's Franz's trophy.
And it's signed by Franz.
Wow.
It's really something that you cannot buy anywhere. You have to be the best player on the court to get there, and this is the finals game, you know.
That's very cool.
Here, it's the team signed jersey. So for us, the World Cup thing was super bad, because we were better the year than Serbia, than the US team, you know, and this is the reason why the US guys took all these stars to the Olympics, like, you know.
Yep.
Because they lost against the Germans in 1 year before. We gotta level up next time, guys.
Get into some operations here.
So our
Yeah,
best
this is
worker,
our
our best and only worker, Aste.
I gotta ask the man behind the counter, what's a day in the life here look like for you? What are people wanting, and what are the interactions like with all the people that come in?
I mean, one of the main things is Pokemon, the TCG stuff, and of course soccer in Germany. So many people come in and they're just trading. So many
Sure.
ask if we trade. So maybe one is trading Pokemon for soccer, maybe. So we mix it up also, and it looks pretty empty because we are after the card battle.
Well, that's a good sign. We just finished up with
And,
the card
today
show
was
itself.
also a bit crowded. This is also pretty empty here.
Yeah. So we got some holes in here, and we are trying to fill it up every day because we are buying a lot. But today was like a hectical day, so we did not get to it. But what is selling pretty good is singles. Because you know, a box is like 200, 300, 400 bucks.
Yep.
And not every collector can buy it.
Right.
So maybe it's better to buy just a pack for $5 or $6.
Well, also a lot of collectors aren't trying to necessarily gamble or take a chance.
Right.
They want to just get the cards of the guys they're looking for, which is me personally. I don't rip into too many current boxes, but I want to go out and buy the cards of the guys I like and the cards I like of them. So I'd rather save the money that way. But everybody's got a different lane, and it's cool to hear you say that people are going not just for a hopeful gamble on a lottery ticket, but they're going for their collection, what they want.
So if you know, you know. There are collectors like you, that you know you like this card, I will go for it. Or you have guys like, shout out to our guy Felix, he's coming every day. He has like 50 to 100 bucks every day. And he's buying here a pack, there, that pack, doesn't matter which sport or something.
Okay,
He's just going for his luck every day.
Wow.
In the modern era, everyone is buying in the spot breaks on the internet.
Yep.
This is like the old school way. You just go to the store and buy your pack.
That's right.
So, and if you're lucky, you got a big hit with just one pack. The day usually starts off with Kiki posting an Instagram story with our new inventory, with our new stuff. And people are lining up. I'm coming.
Waiting
I'm
in front
coming
of
from
the
my car, and there are always like 5 or 10 people lining up in front of the store. They came in before me as a worker here.
We take it for granted. We take it for granted what we have in the US.
They come.
You got to come line up and hope you're first in line to get your hands on the inventory you want at market value. Here you got to be first in line, wait hours, and then pay a premium above, potentially what it would be in the US, or if you get lucky with what you guys do, pay the same price. Not many card shops I've ever seen have an art gallery in addition to the card shop aspect. So how did this happen?
So first of all, welcome to the better place of this store. So as maybe somebody of you know, I'm an artist, and I paint since 2007. And when we created the store, we wanted to do like a mix thing. So we got the art gallery, we got the trading cards, we got the cultural side, and my art is affected by the things that influenced me, music, sports, everything. I'm a big basketball fan. I'm gonna show you my new artwork which I made this year.
This was my favorite section for sure.
So what's special about my art is I painted with markers only. So you got here a whole case of markers that were used for these artworks.
Wow.
It's a lot of useless plastic now, but it's art, It's the year 2024, 24 Kobe year, and this is a young Kobe rookie with his smirking face, looking at us, and it took me like 5 months to finish this artwork. On the other side we have a nice Dennis Rodman. It's some kind of a portrait, but it's, he was known for his hair, so I had this image in my mind back in the 90s where he had like all these different styles, and it's a smiley on his face, you know? So I had to do this. The second best basketball movie of all time, Space Jam.
Space Jam's, we can have a discussion about which one's first, but Space Jam is certainly in that mix up there at the top.
So we got of course Charles Barkley and Sean Bradley. Like a portrait of Charles Barkley, the monster.
Yep.
it's a mix of everything, you know. I also was able to, through my art, to paint for a lot of hip hop people. I want to show you something. So I painted for Mac Miller, for example, before he passed away.
Wow.
There's like this is signed by Mac Miller for me. I've painted for Chuck D, Flavor Flav, and I want to show you some cool picture. So this is Chuck D, one of the members of Public Enemy. And when we meet, we're trading cards. Look at this. You got a Charles Barkley Fleer rookie. I got an Isaiah Thomas Fleer rookie. Just hang around and connected these rappers with trading card stuff.
Where do you find the most inspiration in going into the studio and creating something? Is it just whatever you're seeing or feeling?
It's my life, whatever I see, whatever I listen to, and the games we were playing when we were younger. So I got now a new way of doing art. Here we have songs. When I hear a song, this is what a song looks like, you know? Because it's all about vibes, it's all about colors in my head, and I'm trying to express my side of my mind to an artwork, you know? When I do something, I'm totally free.
It's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing, man. And you learned that I'm eating a lot of fast food, so buy quick for me before I pass out.
Oh no, God forbid. We'll be okay. We'll get you plenty more healthy McDonald's bags with a receipt for maybe like a fillet of fish or something.
And I got a Hooters bag. So
Hooters too, okay.
I've been at Hooters, I think in Chicago 2 years ago. And this is a Hooters bag with an invoice of my Hooters evening inside with a happy Pikachu.
Inspiration from everywhere.
Good times, good wings, good times.
Well, it wouldn't be my kind of day without trying to make a deal at least. And I know you had something that I was looking at for a couple days already.
Definitely, you had your eyes very much on it. At first, at the moment, we are at our trading area.
Okay.
So on this table, we have 381 Bryant cards involved. So this is like our area where all the big trades are happening. So you know what's going down.
Yeah.
So you are also a hockey guy, right?
I am.
So I have one game which you are really looking to get, and it's a Connor McDavid, Wayne Gretzky dual autograph.
I thought it was beautiful on card autos, and in my opinion, the two GOATs, honestly, at this point.
I have it right here. It's
ready.
Really a big one. Just look at it, enjoy it. Let's
see what we can do here. Let me look this up.
For the game, it's a 4K card, in my opinion, but I will let you have your opinion.
Let's see. Okay, so there's sales of the card for sure throughout the year, ranging anywhere from 3,500 up to the mid 4,000s.
Yeah.
There is a 4K plus sale, but there's also the 3,500 sale. My concerns come in that was a PSA 810 auto. I don't know that that's a huge premium, but I don't know what this would grade.
I could guarantee you a 10 auto.
The autos are good.
This for sure.
The autos are good. I think average wise, it's somewhere in the high threes. I would offer you said 4,000.
Yes.
I'd say 3,000 and hear what you had to say.
Okay, 3K would be too less. 3K would be too less. I mean, you came all over the US. We have met a couple of times already at the big shows over there. So my straight up, I think, fair offer would be if we meet right up in the middle at 3.5. For 3K, I would not sell it, but at 3.5K, I would.
I'm close. I'm close. I don't want to knock you too hard. I think there's only the one sale over 4,000.
Yes.
But it is the most recent sale. I want to come more your way. Does 33 get it done?
Ivan, wait. Now you're done, man. Ivan is coming. Hey, now you're done.
Most important, talking dollars or euros?
Are we dollar talking?
What's the language here, man?
He already knew.
About,
he already knew. Well, 33. Well, the numbers we were using as comparables were U.S. numbers.
But it's euro, right?
Euros, I would do 30. I will do 3,300 euro.
Okay, tag team, Ivan.
Tag team, man.
Okay, look. So I'm at 3.5. Let's make it at 3.4, and we have a deal.
Euro?
Definitely.
We're in Europe, so it's Europe.
Yeah, it's all Euro. And the nice meal after it will go on me. Done.
Yes, sir.
Hey, thank you very much, man.
A beauty to go home with. This is a beautiful card. So
Definitely.
I appreciate the deal, and I'm looking forward to dinner with the boys here. That's the best
Thank
part.
you very much, man. I appreciate it.
Sweet. So we made our way through the whole shop.
Yes.
But there's an important story leaving the shop of how the shop ended up here. Why here of all places for a card shop?
BG, you want to take over?
You know, as we learned, this whole stuff, the whole shop is us. So the location is pretty important for us. And if you look at this area, maybe it's not that special for you, but for us it's part of our life, because we are in this little mall. There's a restaurant there, if you look at this corner. This used to be the restaurant of our parents from 1992 to 2019.
Wow.
They sold happily a half year before COVID. They were selling it. There's a how do we call it there? Kiosk. You know what a kiosk is?
Sure. Yeah.
So it's now called Snack Jack by our good friend and customer who also played for the Cologne football team, soccer team. He has a shop now. But before this, it was a newspaper store where we bought our first basketball packs back in 1997.
Wow.
So our
That's
hobby
incredible.
journey started at this shop. So we went to school, we bought some packs, went to the restaurants of our parents and opened it there. And to add this, I have to show you where we lived as a kids. Look at this. So here is the crib where we lived as a kid. And the funny thing is, we lived here back in the 90s. And now I'm living in the crib where we lived as a kids, and there's the place where I have my place for my art. So I'm still back. We've been here our whole life, and when COVID hit us, this store was an empty place.
For like 4 years.
Yeah, for 4
So
years.
you had your parents' restaurant right over here. They're closing shop. You had the apartment where you guys grew up, and then the shop where this all started, the passion
it
did
is.
for you, all in the same little block. And of all places, what spot had an empty vacancy for you to build the card shop that you wanted?
It's the perfect location. We could not think of any better place, so we just made it happen.
I don't think that any place has a better story than that for a card shop. And I think that everything you guys have done with this shop is incredible. I've been to a lot of shops in the United States, and I don't say it lightly when I think this has something to offer that none other does.
Thank you very much.
And again, I appreciate the chain. So.
Hey, I'm not fast, but I will get you somehow. Thank you very
Appreciate
much.
you guys.
Thanks for visiting, man.
Thank you guys for having me across the side of the world. We'll have fun when you guys come to the United States, I'm sure. And if you guys are anywhere in Europe, especially Germany, make a point of getting over here to the B Brothers store and checking out what the hobby is all about here, because it has a lot to offer. Big Kev, appreciate you, dog.